me a little bit about your background and how you eventually came to Slippery Rock.
So I went to Plum High School, and I was originally a soccer player growing up, and then going into my sophomore year of high school, I started kicking footballs, and it just took off from there. I had to decide my junior year whether to continue to play soccer, give that up, and pursue kicking. So I decided it's time to give up soccer and continue kicking because I could see a future in it. So recruiting started to pick up and just came here.
Did you get heavily recruited from other PSAC schools, or was it mainly Slippery Rock, or who were some of the other teams that were involved?
PSAC wise, I had offers from Mercyhurst and IUP.
Okay.
But I was looking at Mercyhurst, like Mercyhurst was a good school, a little far from home for me. And then IUP, I told them right off the bat, it just wasn't a fit for me.
So as a junior, you're now the all-time leading scorer for a kicker. You broke, I forget who had the record before, but what does that mean, now being a junior and still have one more year left?
It feels good for sure, but there's a lot of people to thank that involved that record. That's not possible without the offense putting up points on the board. There's a lot of extra points that went into that record. I had a long snapper in my first 2 years, Garrett McFarland. He was great. He was great in the operation. I have to thank my holder, Mike Murhaut, always getting the snaps down. And now we have a true freshman snapper, Jake George, who's done an incredible job this year. And without them, I'm nothing. Like, those records aren't anything without them.
So then, on a weekly basis, how do you remain so effective? You seem to have a couple of mishaps here and there, but for the most part, you're extremely effective. So how do you maintain that?
Kicking's a lot of a mental game. It's more mental than physical. Like, the guys, they take a beating all week in practice, in the games. Me, I have to make sure mentally I'm clear for the games, that my head's there, and if I do have a mistake, how am I going to bounce back in the game and be effective later on?
So you kind of touched on that. So kicking, I know Coach Lutz always says it's extremely mental. So, and especially in high-pressure situations, how do you keep calm and maintain your composure out there?
Honestly, in high school, we had a defensive line coach, Lorenzo Freeman. He passed away sadly, but he didn't know a thing about kicking. But he was the greatest coach I ever had for distractions. Every day during practice in high school, he would do the littlest things or the biggest things to try to distract me. Through my time, I finally learned it was to block him out. He was doing that, so I learned to block him out. I would block out the crowd, block out anything that could possibly distract me, and ever since then, I'm zoned in.
So with sports, there's a lot of people are superstitious. So are you a superstitious kind of person?
I am very superstitious. Really? I wear the same compression pants every game. I've had them since like 8th grade soccer. I've worn them for every football game I've played in. There's a huge hole in them, but I still wear them. That's how superstitious I am.
And so on a weekly basis, because you're the kicker and punter, what kind of regular training do you do to prepare yourself for a game on Saturday?
The later we're getting into the season, I talked to Coach Lutz just to spare my leg a little bit. I've been taking like one day off a week just as a maintenance day. I've been working with the trainers just to rehab, just to keep my leg fresh and strong, because the way I compare it, it's like I'm a pitcher in baseball. I'm doing the same repeated motion over and over again on my leg, and that could be strenuous, but that off day has been helping a lot, and I feel like it's helping me be more effective later in the season.
And then finally, with your team, you won now 2 playoff games after losing, unfortunately, to Westchester. Are you confident in your team that you can continue on into the championship?
Without a doubt. During camp, I got up in front of the team at one point when Coach Lutz called me up, and I said to the team, this is the most talented team I've ever been a part of in Slippery Rock. And I said, I really think this team can put something together if we really focus and are determined to do it, and so far we have, and it's incredible.